Isn't it on? I gotta hold it up here. Okay, so the Melodiers will start their rehearsals again on August 24th. It'll be every Wednesday from 4 to 6. You don't need to have any professional training. You just come, enjoy it, have fun. If you love music, you'll love the Melodiers. And the Variety Club is also the same, which they start their first rehearsal on August 23rd. It's from 7 to 9. And it's the same situation. You don't have to have any professional training. Just come, see if you like it, and try to just, it's enjoyable. We have so much fun. We have so much fun. So, and that's all I have to say. That's good.
Thank you. Hey, I told you.
Sorry, with all my hats, I forgot something. Our Margarita trip to Surflight is sold out, but we still have tickets available September the 28th for Murder on the Orient Express. It's at the Surflight with lunch at the waterfront, which is a new restaurant. It used to be Latitudes at the end of Lacey Road down from the Captain's Inn. We're having a price adjustment. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be, but the price is going lower.
Good.
So if you'd like to come in the back, Carolyn's in the back with that list.
Carolyn Gervais. Many of you were at our dinner dance at the Clarion last December, and I believe everyone had a great time. So we're running another dance this year, December 6th. More information will be coming out about the price of the ticket. We will be having DJ Billy Phillips. He was here at the July dance. Everybody seemed to like him. Very personable, very entertaining. So we should be selling tickets probably within a month, I would think. We'll have the tickets ready. And so I hope you all come out, have a good time. And those that were there last year had a good time. So come again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Oh, December 6th. December 6th.
Okay, we're going to do our director's reporting, and Sam is up.
Good afternoon, everybody. First off, with the RV lot, we're doing very well here. We brought in $31,800 to date. We still have spots that we made out of where the recycling was. We made 14 more spots, so we do have some for 25 foot or less if anybody's looking for a spot. We voted today, we're going to have the parking lot sealed and relined. It hasn't been done since the parking lot was redone, and a lot of money was spent on that lot, and it's starting to turn gray and crack. So in the spring, we will be resealing it and doing all the lines. Let's see what else. The grass. The grass is the grass. I'm trying to explain as little bit as possible. I know everybody's a little bit upset with what's going on with the grass. But what's happening is they're having people quit. Maybe because of the heat, I don't know, but they've lost 4 people over the past 2 weeks. So they're telling me today that they will be back on track by the end of the week and back on working on Saturdays to get caught up again. I know we went through this before, but we got to deal with it. What everybody needs to understand is this is not a bad contract price-wise what we're in. The last board put us in this contract, and right now we should be glad that we're paying this price because we're never going to see it again. So let's the directors keep dealing with it until this contract's over, and then we'll decide what we're going to do after that. Let's see.
Next year you put the contract. Next year to the contract.
Yeah, the contract's going through 2023. So, and when they did this contract, they were, I believe, $50,000 under the last company we were doing it. So we saved money there. We're never going to get this low again. So let's keep fighting through and doing it because they're cutting, not landscaping. If anybody has any complaints, please bring them to the office and sign in, or go on the website and sign. Don't try and contact me online because more than likely I won't answer because I'm not on there that much. about it, and I'd like to apologize in advance. I might have to run out of here before the meeting's over, so if you see me leave, I apologize. I just have something I have to do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fran? That's you, dear.
Hi, guys.
You're off.
Okay, Ocean County's Office Senior Citizens are going to be here Tuesday, August 16th from 10 to 2, right here to tell us seniors of all that we have coming to us. That's all as a senior. November 16th, I'm having a health fair at Clubhouse 1, and I'm working on monthly lectures. They want to come in and give us lectures of different type of doctors and services, and they're putting that new building up on 37, so that's what they want to come talk about. The food truck is here every Sunday, so I'm thinking everybody's enjoying it. I know they're enjoying coming. We're having an indoor vendor fair November 19th. I already have contracts coming in. And we all love Billy, right? Because we're doing it November 19th too with Billy. So we're going to get our thrill of Billy. Our Billy will be here November 19th. So, and Take Two is the name of that theme. Billy's the DJ, the famous DJ. Billy. Yeah, Billy. It is a dance. Billy's also, the directors are having a dance November 19th from 7 to 11, and Take Two is the theme for that. And that's all. I'm good.
Okay.
Judy? Push the button. That's it.
Not too much to say, same old, same old. Need to fill out your modification forms. We have a lot of the Hopper forms coming back better than ever. So there's still a lot of people that haven't filled them out, should fill them out every 2 years. Get them into the office, lets us know what we have here and what we don't to keep our status. Fill out your modification forms, and if you're told no, please don't get upset. We're trying to bring compliance with the bylaws, and there's a lot of, well, this one has it, that one has it. A lot of upset people. We're all good until they tell them they can't have something, then we're on the bid list. But we're trying to get compliance with everything. There's things, amendments we're making. We're trying to bring up the amendments on the fence to allow 6 feet on the sides of your patio, which is great, give you a little bit of privacy. Other than that, a lot of people are putting stones in the middle of the front lawns, and you gotta remember that those mowers gotta be able to get around there, and if they're in their way, they're gonna not mow them. And that'll be your own fault. They have to be able to get in and out and maneuver. Other than that, I guess everything's the same.
The waterways.
Oh, the waterways. Charlottesville Road, we're having a lot of trouble with that. I've got a message today from DEP telling me that they're waiting on the township engineer to resubmit plans. They made a repair to the one part of Mill Road, and when they made it, they never got approval from them on the emergency repair. It now is leaking, which I just text them back to make them aware of. They're waiting for that to come through. They're waiting for the plans from the township engineer. That's what's holding everything up. I also spoke to Ocean County Soils about the building on Plaza Drive and that there is still erosion there. I don't know how they managed to get a CO. They should have never got a CO. They should never have had approvals. There's bonds that are posted. We need to get on them so we have their bond money to fix these waterways. There's a lot of that mud that came through from that erosion there on that site. And I met with Ocean County Soil. They said it's going to end up on DEP. I don't know why, because it was their erosion from that site. He should have to dredge those ponds out. But I did also know in February, when I went and I looked at all these waterways, there was a lot of flow of water coming in. There's hardly anything coming over the spillway on Bimini, and that used to be really flush. So I think all the water levels are down all over. So I don't think that's helping. And then, like I said, the spillway we had over there. And I'm still waiting since February to hear on Bannon and Bimini what we have to do to fix that. That's from the township engineer. I left a message complaining to his supervisor. I left a message complaining to Miramato, and I've spoke with Ocean County Soil and DEP. I'm haunting them, let me tell you. So most they'll do is stop answering me. Hopefully we'll get somewhere.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Ruth is going to read Gina's report.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
No?
No, you stay there. There you go.
Okay, the capital improvements. The sprinkler system in Clubhouse 1, $12,475.48. The security system, $451. Sorry. The boat parking lot repair, $3,000. New gardens was $907, and the fencing was $3,155.12, for a total of $19,988.60. Now, our account balances. Our general account is $669,115.21. Payroll account, $27,912.22. Capital improvement, $604,553.08. Chase checking, $1,000. Chase savings, $249,003.50. The Santander checking account, $1,000, for a total of $1,552,584.04. Now,
Thank you.
I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
The houses sold in July 2022 were 30. We had for a total of $15,000. Houses rented in July were 2, for a total of $400. Houses pending to close were 24, for a total of $12,000. Total properties with judgment are 18. The number of current liens is 168, and the number of liens pending is 0. They removed 5 old liens that have not been recorded yet. Properties with multiple liens for non-payment of maintenance fees, 39. Properties with payment agreements, 4. The attorney handling foreclosures, 19. Collections, 12. And other issues, 39. That's it.
Hey, very good, thank you.
That's my turn. All right. The Budget Committee asked me to look at the bus schedule. Now, the Stouts, if we keep the current bus schedule of 30 stops, our new free fee would be $176,800. I have cut this down to 16 stops with a total cost of $88,400. So I think I did pretty good that way. We're saving money. And we may be eliminating a few stops, but we're gonna throw in an extra, something special. And this should start in October, November. That's the bus. Pool rules. I'm stressing pool rules. If you have long hair, and this I'm telling you, this is 2 inches below your earlobe when wet. This is in your rule and regulation book. It must be tied up or tied back. If you see somebody in the pool that didn't do this, give it to the badge checker. Or let them handle it. Pool loungers. These are those big tubes with the cutout. Not allowed. Pool hammocks are allowed.
Noodles are allowed.
Noodles are allowed too. They know noodles are allowed. Like I said, if you see something fishy at the pool, you can text
Bear.
me if you have my phone number. You can text Michael if you have his phone number, or go to the pool back checkers. That's what they're called. Pool party, food's been ordered. Hopefully it's going to be a beautiful day, and hopefully we see all you who bought the pool. That's it. The tickets, not the pool. Bought the pool tickets, not the pool. Okay.
Okay.
Matt.
Okay, Matt. What? It's you.
I'm like rattled.
All right, I'm talking about the trees. We had last month and this month, we had 4 trees that needed to be cut, and that was about it. There was, I go out and inspect every day to see any trees that people send me complaints, and if it's on our property, we handle it. If they're dead, we handle it. We do not cut a live tree down, and do not cut anything down in the common area unless it's dead. And other than that, the trees are doing good. Thank you. No, I'm not going to say that because of high maintenance.
We'll wait till that.
Okay.
That's gonna come up.
When you came in today, on the back table, I had a sample ballot. And you'll be getting the real ballot in the mail, and this is a negative ballot. So meaning that when you receive this, you'll also get a copy of the 3 amendments we're looking to amend the bylaws. And if you object to one of the amendments, you put a check next to the box that you're objecting to, and you mail the ballot back. If you do not object to anything, you don't need to do anything. You just throw it in the garbage. Okay, so it's a negative vote. You're going to be voting to deny the amendment. Okay, you will get a copy of each amendment with that. We're planning on getting them out mid-September, and they will be due back in mid-October. The reason that I'm announcing this is because we have an election this year too, that the ballots for those, for that election are going to be going out in September also. So we're trying to get one complete before we can mail out the next one. There will be a few other amendments that we're working on, but we need to get through the process. Right now, we need to have the second reading on 2 of the amendments. The driveway amendment had its final reading, so Matt is going to read the amendment on the fence. Okay.
Okay, this is Declaration of Covenants and Restrictions of Holiday City, Berkeley Shareowners Corporation, Amendment Number 2, Article 15, Section 4, will be replacing the old one, which the new one reads, fencing shall not exceed 4 feet in height. Fencing is restricted to walkways, steps immediately servicing the front and side of a living unit entrance. Example would be Saratoga or Capri model house with the side exterior door instead of a rear exit, in which case fencing and walkway to the rear fence area would be allowed. An approved deck or patio area at the rear of the living unit fence may not exceed 6 feet in height. Such approved rear deck of the patio fencing may not exceed the width of the living unit and may not extend out from the back of the living unit itself more than 15 feet. Any screened-in window or patios or home extensions from the original building plan are excluded, and in the living unit with the reward extending dimensions of cited below. Extensions with the approval from the board's large lots may be allowed to accommodate more than 15 feet, limited in the distance from the common area and buffer zone, which is larger than a grass cutting machine can access the neighbor's yard on each side. Grass cutters will access the fenced area. Grass cutters will access the fenced area, and homeowners must maintain. Thank you. Sorry for my stuttering.
Everybody has a copy of it.
In other words, it's fencing the grass.
Right. You have to read the other one. You have another one you gotta read?
Yeah, I have one.
This one here?
This one here is the digital, yes.
You want mine? You can have mine.
I'll do it.
You got it?
I just want to clarify one thing that Matt just read is about fencing in the backyard. If you're permitted to, if you fence an area in the backyard where there's lawn inside that fence area, you will be responsible for that lawn. Okay, so our lawn cutters will only stay outside your fence areas. Okay, the next amendment has to do with digital commerce and address, basically meaning virtual working out of your home. Okay, and the new bylaw will read, no mercantile, manufacturing, mechanical, or trading business, vending business, establishment, or commercial activity of any nature shall be maintained or conducted on the properties. Nor shall anything be done thereon that is deemed to be an annoyance or nuisance to other owners of a lot or a living unit. Only exception will be the digital commerce, such as working remotely from home. You will be allowed to use your home address only as a contact information online and throughout the World Wide Web. In addition, no garbage or rubbish shall be housed on the properties or in the vehicles on the property. Okay, so we are having a lot of problems with people storing things around the house, and we're going to be addressing that. But this is mainly about people, let's say you work as a landscaper, you can't have your wheelbarrows out there, you can't have your work equipment around the house. Okay, so that is pertaining to that, but they will be able to advertise their business and answer their phone inside their home. Okay, that is the second reading on that. Everybody will be getting a copy of these amendments with the ballot, so you can read them again before you vote. And like I said, you'll have close to 30 days to get them back to us.
If they have any questions, they can call now.
Okay. Next, I got a question here from, it looks like Jackie, and it says, can you please get a covering for the aluminum handrails at the pool? They get too hot to hold on to. Well, we've had some hot days and the sun has been brutal, and I think tomorrow they are being delivered. We did order coverings for the handles, and hopefully that works for everybody. They weren't too expensive to do, so hopefully by tomorrow they will be up.
Very good. Let's see what something else.
We have another suggestion here from Shareowners that we need 2 more directors. 7's not enough. It's too much. So we'll look into that. I don't know what the legal parts of that would entail.
Okay.
Okay, also, added to our rules and regulations will be a website and YouTube channel, general terms. So using the website that we're creating, in order to be a member on that website, you will need to approve the general terms. Okay, there's nothing really crazy about it. It's about copying, using the content, and things like that. Okay, so you will have to agree to that. Coming soon, like next week, we'll be returning to serving hamburgers and hot dogs at the pool. Fridays and Saturdays, right? Yeah. It'll be Fridays and Saturdays where we'll, cook hamburgers and hot dogs. And then on Sundays, the food truck will come and they will serve up different types of food. Okay? We need volunteers to help with the barbecue on Fridays and Saturdays. I will be setting it up, and then I'll also return at the end of the day to clean the grill itself. There are certain procedures that need to be done. Okay, so hopefully we have everything set up by next Friday. I think we will, and then you can enjoy these hamburgers and hot dogs.
Anybody want to sign up, come see me. You can email me. I know you all have my email address, or come to the office. Got the sheet. Don't be afraid to sign.
Okay, concerning fines and bylaws. Okay, there are a lot of properties that need attention, trimming, cleaning, the garbage is just piling up everywhere. So we're going to start enforcing the fines and the bylaws as they are written. We're going to go easy at first, where we're just going to give you a warning before you're even notified of the fine to see if you'll react to that, and if not, then the sanction letter will go out. Okay. Finally, the board had voted in a 6-0 vote. One was absent, so it was 6-0 in favor. And what we did is we signed a commitment to install solar on Clubhouse 1. And the reason for the signing of this at this time is the electrical rates are going up about 30%. So we had the opportunity to sign at a discount, okay? And We thought it was the best thing to do. And the way that we calculated our decision was calculating the kilowatts being used. And we came up with the current rate is 7.5 or something like that. And then the new rate is like 10.5. And if you take the difference of 3 points and do the math, it shows that we could save around about $4,500 a month. Okay, then we have to calculate in there that if the roof needs to be repaired, what would the cost be to replace the roof? And the roof right now has a 10 to 15-year life left on it. And once the solar panels go on, that lifespan will extend because the sun will not hit the roof again. Okay, but we had to calculate that, and we just did it on a 10-year calculation. And it turns out that we could save approximately $45,000 to $50,000 during that time. And if the roof needed to be replaced, well, that's $45,000 to $50,000 that can be applied to the new roof. If we don't do it or sign this commitment or get the solar installed, then when the roof becomes due for replacement, we would have to pay the full thing. So it's kind of like a discount thing, protection. We're not obligated to sign the contract until we're absolutely sure this is the right thing to do. So basically what we did is sign to commit to the current rate that we were offered. Sally, you have something for us?
Tell them that's over in the parking
How
lot.
much are you paying for the solar? You didn't mention that part.
We're paying nothing. We pay
Okay,
nothing.
so you're
Yeah.
not getting any money back for the electricity that.
No, no. So, yeah, what happens is that New Jersey Natural Resources will be holding the contract, and they're gonna maintain the system for 20 years and anything that has to be done. And it costs us nothing. That's part of the contract. Any more questions out there?
Oh, you have one more? No.
The website term and conditions is on the Holiday City website. So hopefully everybody will become a member on there. I think there's a lot of important information on there, and it will grow. You know, when we put information on there, like I have the bylaws on there right now, and they'll always be there. So 4 years from now, even like the bulletins, I've been putting them on there. So, you know, if you want to go back in history, you can look at the different bulletins that were printed over the years. You don't need to save them anymore. You can just trash them. And actually reading it on the internet is a lot better on your eyes because it's crisp, it's clear, and the colors are vibrant. Okay, so hopefully if you're not a member of that website, that you join it, you will be able to file disputes or claims or anything that you want on that website, and then it comes to the administrator, and then we give it to the appropriate director to handle your claim. Please be reminded that if you don't put a claim in writing, it's like talking to the wall, because by the time I get to the back door, I'm going to forget what you said. Okay, and so it's not going to go anywhere. If it's in writing, then hopefully we don't lose it, and it'll be attended to.
What's the cost of this water change?
What's the,
What? Who is now to salt water?
oh, to salt water?
Yeah, what's the cost of that?
Well, we haven't done 100%, but Ruth did look into it a little bit. Ruth, what do you got?
Yeah, what I looked into it, to change the chlorine pool into a saltwater pool would be about $2,600. Okay, but I have to do more research.
Chemicals cost.
Yeah.
Right.
I have, you know, I have a
Who
lot of,
wants to
I just
change
started
the
this
pool?
Sunday night, so,
Where did that come in?
Yes, sir.
You didn't expect me to put an article in. You're up at the clubs, not kicking you back.
What?
Sorry, Carol.
You put an article in the paper
Yes,
in reference to clubs not kicking back and doing anything
correct,
for the association.
correct.
I know one club that has checks to prove that they donated money for
Okay, yes, we did receive some donations, and we do announce them when they happen. What we're discovering is the bylaws, okay? And we're reading the bylaws, we're studying the bylaws, we're discussing the bylaws. And the bylaws say if you want to be a sanctioned club, you must do A, B, and C. Well, over the history, going through the files, there is no A, B, C. We don't know who a sanctioned club is. Nobody has filled out the paperwork. So,
Club versus another club.
excuse me?
What's a sanctioned club versus a regular club?
A sanctioned club pays a fee and comes into an agreement. It's all written in the bylaws. They come to an agreement. The sanctioned clubs get a priority on the usage of scheduling the clubhouses and doing things like that. An unsanctioned club does not. So an example would be, you have the bocce, they're sanctioned. Then you also have a bocce that's not sanctioned. Well, the sanctioned bocce gets choice to what days they want to use that court and what time. And then the unsanctioned bocce would get the remaining days they can pick what they want. Okay, so the sanctioned clubs get first choice at scheduling the calendar. Okay, the only thing that I was suggesting on scheduling the calendar is that the exercise classes get priority before we fill in the remaining calendar. And the reason is because they return money to the clubhouse and not a little bit. Okay, so I think that they need to be catered to a little bit, and then the sanctioned clubs will come next, and then the unsanctioned clubs.
What's this $1.50 fee?
Well, the $1.50 fee was suggested because no club has kicked back any money. I'm not talking about donations. Donations are different, okay? Excuse me? Well, if you read the bylaws, it will tell you that at the end of the year, every club, whatever your balance is in your checkbook,
There's nothing to do with it.
goes back to the clubhouse.
They're donating the money.
No, they're not donating anything, no.
Someone read the
I think you need to read the bylaw and understand a little bit better. And if a club, sanctioned club, wants to be a sanctioned club, and they follow the bylaws, there will be no $1.50 charge. Okay? That's the whole thing. Follow what the bylaws say you must do to be sanctioned, and then everything is
Show
good.
us in black and white where you can charge us that fee.
Excuse me?
Show in black and white where it says in the bylaws that you can charge shareholders to use our facilities that we're all part of.
We will show you. I'm not showing you today because I don't have it in front of me. But listen, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but listen, let me tell you something. Is it fair that clubs collect money, spend the money on themselves, and then when they need something, they come to the board and say, oh, we need $4,000 worth of stuff, and then we should fork the money up? No, it's not fair.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yes, right behind you.
Mike's over on the other side.
Where's Carol?
Right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. She'll come over to you. Go ahead, Carol. I'm sorry. What do I didn't see.
I'm Linda De Silva, and I do the Bronco. Now, our Bronco, every bit of the money at the end of the year goes right back to our members. And they can all vouch for it, because we give them gifts, and we do Christmas parties. We do not ask for a dime from them. So, in reality-wise, I think you're wrong, because the money does go back to every single bunker player.
It goes back to your members, yes.
Yes, it all goes back to the members, and they can verify it. We do it every year. So I am really very much against this $1.50 more added per person, because we do not.
Listen, we're
keep
trying
the money.
we're trying to be fair about the expenses that we're facing for
And we do not
2023.
ask you for anything. We do not ask for one penny from any of the directors. Not one penny.
Okay.
We take care of everything on our own.
Yeah.
Anytime this facility is used, we must put maintenance people here to open it, close it, and maintain it. Well, guess what? We have to pay them, and it's overtime. That's why they came around with the dollar. Now, wait a minute, because you're going to interrupt me. The $1.50 was going to be paid because certain people here, you can't taking $5,000 and then go give a party to your members for $5,000 and then ask me for new microphones or ask me for this. So we're trying to be fair to everyone. But right away, everybody's got to get an attitude. Nobody told it's going to be you exactly, but we're going to look at everybody's reports and try to be fair to the community. And listen, it's not fair that I have to pay for maintenance people when I'm not a member of the club, but you are. And we, like I said, this place cannot be open without maintenance people in it because they have to watch it. So what we're trying to do is figure out a way to be fair to everyone. And as soon as you mention money, everybody goes crazy. Well, calm down. We haven't done it yet, and we're trying to figure out a way to make everybody
I
happy.
understand very much that.
Okay.
We do it during the day, okay? And the maintenance men are working on they are working 40 hours a week, whatever. So we're not asking them to do any overtime thing. We always end before the cleanup, and we clean up even better than when we get it. So truthfully, you gotta come around and see what we do. We do not ask them for anything, believe me. We give to them more than they get. I mean, I love them. I love my maintenance men. They do a fantastic job, and I appreciate everything they do. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. We all try it, we try to work together.
I don't mind.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello. We have regular maintenance in here, so our maintenance men have regular work they do every day. So anything that they do for a club is extra work to them. So if they're here, yes, they're here, but they have regular work. Sprinkler systems, cleaning up, regular maintenance work that they do on the grounds and around here. We have a lot of other work in common areas that could use help. We need to be able to put them there, and we can do that if everybody does their share. We spend a lot of money to have the bocce courts done every year. We expect the clubs to maintain them themselves. We're not asking for anything more than what we need to do to maintain these clubs so they can use them. If we have to charge $1.50, it'll only be to cover what we have to pay out of pocket. There's 3,200 members in here, you know, and not 3,000 of them probably don't use any of the clubs. They're paying the fees.
Right.
Okay, hello. On this sheet, my name is Anna Ricoli, the Stouts bus service.
Yes.
How often do I fill that out?
Just once.
Yeah, but how do I know today, like I'm gonna need it in October 10th? Like,
Well, you can always
where I'm
call, you
going.
can always call and say, look, I need to change my pickup date for whatever.
Wait.
Because I have to give him a list of people, where you're going, where do you live?
Okay, but time out. I have to tell you now, if I fill this out right now, what
No.
day I wanna use the bus and where I wanna go?
No, not right now, no.
But,
I need to let them know how many people are gonna use the bus on Tuesday to go.
all right, so
To
you're
break.
really just looking for a head count of how many
Right.
people are gonna use the
Right,
bus?
right, and if you're gonna use the bus, then what you need to do is to let me know the week before. Like say, oh, next week I'm gonna go to
Okay.
Lacey,
Okay,
okay? So he can come to your house and pick you up on that date.
okay, thank you.
My name is Sandy Viola, and my neighbors and I are a little concerned that we heard that if your lawn doesn't look well enough, you're going to start charging $10 a day, which is $280 a month. I don't know anybody that can afford that.
I'm talking about the lawn maintenance.
Question. You said you heard that. Did you hear it from the board? No. We didn't say, no one has said that. And what people do is, a lot of people say things and they're not sure about what they're saying, but they say, you know, I heard this and I heard that. Well, if you, wait a minute, if you have a problem and you think that you heard this, give us a call up at the board, and what we'll do is we'll answer your question for you, okay? And
It's in the newspaper.
it was in the well, I didn't see it in the newspaper, but if you have a copy of it, let me see it. Okay? That's all, because people say things and a lot of times they don't know what they're talking about. If you didn't ask us, because we're the board, and we didn't say anything about charging people $10 a day for not taking care of their lawn, because we know there's a heat wave and we haven't had any rain, and, you know, we're having some problems. And I can't expect you to have a green lawn if it's not raining. That's all.
We just want people to maintain their property. That's all. We just want you to take care of the property. And if we see there's an effort, nobody's gonna find you. Obviously, if the weather's dry and the ground's burning, there's some people that mow their lawns every day, and there was brown all over, or with this heat. So we're understandable. We understand nobody can afford anything.
Okay, please call us.
In the covenants and restrictions, Article 15, Section 4, it says, now these are in your bylaws, okay? Homeowners must maintain, subject to fines, the front lawn, okay? So, if you don't have sprinklers, I mean, what are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do, but if it's overgrown, or something happens, you still have to maintain it.
That's all.
Okay, and it's in the bylaws that way, so if you saw it, it was a copy of the bylaws. We don't make these things up. Okay, we're looking to clean up the properties, and, you know, part of maintaining the front of your house is no garbage out there, bags, and all these things come into play. And in the bylaws, it says the grass, you must maintain your grass. So meaning that if the weeds are overpowering your lawn, well, then it's your responsibility to get a service in there to kill your weeds. Okay? The grass cutters are still gonna come whenever they come. So that's not part of it. And if you don't have a sprinkler system, we can't force you to get one. You're depending on the rain, and that's what it is. But this past 2 weeks, I mean, there's a lot of brown lawns out there that we can do nothing about. Okay, so we're not talking about brown lawns. We're talking about just maintaining your property, the front of your house. Yeah, I'm getting old too. I can't do mine anymore.
Okay, having to do with the lawn and the property around your house.
Yes.
Is this a law, bylaw, whatever, that in order to take a bush or a little, I'll call it little tree, from your property or replace something, you have to get permission?
Most likely, yes.
It was always in there.
Yeah, it's in there. It's in the bylaws that you must.
A shrub?
Yeah. It could be a shrub, but it depends on the location. So you want to pull out a shrub and put it in an arborvitae, well, you need permission for that because of the location. We don't know the location. That's why we want the modification form to tell us, I'm going to take a tree and put it right here, and then we're going to come out and look and say, you can't put it there for whatever reason.
Or you can.
Or you can.
Excuse me?
I know, you know, the property taxes, I understand that too, and how people feel, but this is excuse me, sir, this is a planned community. When you moved here, you signed paper.
How long have you been here?
I've been here for enough time.
How long?
6 years.
It ain't long enough now.
Okay, so that I'm disqualified. Yeah.
Start changing stuff on your own. Without being-
I don't think the time that you're here has anything to do with maintaining the property.
He's disrupting the meeting.
Okay, go ahead, Judy, I'm sorry.
I don't think that we need anybody screaming out anything here. If you don't feel like you're getting your chance to say, fill out a complaint form, come into the office and discuss it there. It's not the time to scream out at a meeting to discuss anything. There's no reason for it. We're trying to get compliance, we're trying to have properties look good. There's people who are paying a lot of money to move here, and they don't want to live next to any dump, and that's what we're trying to avoid. And we're not, we're just asking for people to pay attention to how they're keeping stuff. Put the garbage out on the days it's supposed to be out, not 2 days before. We don't want stuff sitting at the road. We don't want animals pulling garbage bags apart. We have a lot of people putting things out in white kitchen tool bags. Well, the birds would pull those bags apart. We don't want that. We just want people to pay attention to what you're doing. We understand we're all old. None of us can keep up with things, but do your best to keep up with, keep weeds off. If it's burnt, it's burnt. You can't afford a sprinkler, don't get a sprinkler. But you get your lawn mowed, and you don't need to put stuff where weeds or stones down where weeds are growing through them, because the mowers don't do that. They don't pull. So people that want stones, gotta remember this, somebody's gonna have to keep the weeds out of those stones. And that's not nice.
Thank you.
My name is Tom Pecora. I have a question regarding appearance of the house. You're talking about front of houses. There's a house next door to me on Charlottesville Drive that the siding is taken off March. Still hasn't been replaced. There's animals going into the house because there's openings.
I spoke to that guy the other day. I called that guy after you told me, Tom. I spoke to him. His attitude was, well, gee, why do you think these people would be happy doing work? I said, either way, you need to do something. He said he's gonna get there to close up that area where the animals could get through. I did speak to him, and I will remind him, don't worry. I'll call him again and stay on him to make sure he does something.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Somebody in the back.
Where?
Over there.
Oh, all the way back, Susan.
Back to Susan DiMaria, Vice President of the Bocce Club. Can we go back to the clubs?
Okay.
The board did a lot of maintenance for us on the bocce courts this year. But you have to remember, they were not maintained for 2 years because of the pandemic. We did not play it all in 2020. We had a very short, I think maybe a 6-week season last year. Most of the playing on those courts for 2 years was casual bocce, not the bocce club itself. We do not make money. We charge $7 to join. That $7 goes for maintenance if we have to buy the hard true or anything. We've tried to maintain them ourselves over the years. But like I said, it was 2 years with no maintenance, and this is why they were in abominable shape this year. And casual bocce was playing on them. So we do not run any fundraisers or anything where we have a lot of money. $7 is what we collect, that's all we have. The only thing we might do is we're having our bocce luncheon, but we're charging for it. And that, we went to Clarion, we found out how much it's gonna cost. We originally thought it was gonna be $35, but no, it came down to $12. But we're paying for our own bocce luncheon. We're not, there's no money in the treasury that's gonna pay for a free luncheon for 80 people. So we don't make money. So there's no way we can give money back.
Okay.
As long as you maintain it, that's fine. It cost us $3,000 this year to get the bocce courts in shape. We bought new rigs and stuff there so that you could maintain it, and that's fine if you're doing that. We're probably gonna have to do it at least every other year, but in the meantime, if you catch money like that to maintain it, that's fine.
Anybody else?
Well, God knows I don't need the microphone.
We'll let you
I
have it.
think the question that has not been asked is, are you gonna charge every time somebody does Zumba, goes to Banco once a month? Are they gonna be charged that $1.50 each person? That's what I think people need to know.
It's a one-time thing.
If it's a dance, the dance doesn't happen every week or 3 times a week. You don't go to, Zumba. So I think people want to know how many times,
One time.
whatever. That's the question.
We're not looking to charge anybody anything. And if it came down to the $1.50, it has to do with your sanctioned papers that you hand in. Fill out the sanctioned papers according to the bylaws, they are in there. And you're gonna write in there, well, we have 80 members. Okay, so you have 80 members, that means you're gonna pay $120 for the year, you're done.
Oh, year.
For the year, right. When it comes to dances and things, they turn whatever is left over in their bank account to the association. So the dances, we can't complain, we're not charging them or anything like that, but it's the clubs that collect the money and then don't help us maintain what needs to be maintained. What everybody seems to be missing here is that the rate of inflation has hurt every association. This board is aware of that. We jumped the gun, we're working on it, and we're not talking a little bit of money. Inflation is going to hit our budget well over $150,000 this coming year alone. This board has worked together, along with other committees, to increase our income. When we increased our income, it cost the share owners nothing. We will be increasing our income $130,000 a year. That goes a long ways, but it's not enough. And then the following year, when our grass contract is up, well, we're gonna need more money again. So to say that dues are not going up, we can't say that, because they will go up. And most other communities, their dues have already gone up. We're trying to prevent it. I thought we came up with some good ideas. We generated a lot of money that in turn, if we reverse the money that they took away from the budget last year, would still not cover. Would still not cover.
All those things we're working on.
We're working on the bus. We're working on the tree contract. We're working on the lawn service. We're working on salaries. We're working on health care. Okay, we're getting all that evaluated and working on it. It takes time. Insurance is one of our biggest expenses also. Legal fees, very big expense. Okay, but as you read the budgets that we put forward in the paper and on the website, in the Excel format where we're listing the complete year and it shows you, and those numbers are changing a little bit each month. That was all explained in the May bulletin of why those numbers change throughout the years. It may take 4 months before a column, let's say February or March, it'll take 4 months, which is this month right here, that column may not change. Because there may be a contract in there that was written in March but was not completely paid until July. It goes back to March and it changes all the numbers. It's completely explained in the bulletin in the very beginning of the year when we started, presenting the Excel. I think that the Excel presentation of the budget is the most accurate. We update it twice a month. So if you're on the website, you can see the mid-month update. Okay, there's questions, well, I'm reading the website and I'm reading the bulletin, it's two different numbers. Well, read the May bulletin, it tells you why. Okay, and then by updating it mid-month, we're trying to keep you current on everything that we're spending. If you look at the report that Ruth read for Gina, you got that report down? Where she was mentioning the,
What?
which one was it? That's it right there. No. She was mentioning the capital improvements. 7 months into capital improvements, this board paid out $19,988.60. Out of that $19,000, we'll just round it off to $20,000 that this board wrote checks for. $12,500 went to the sprinkler system that we had nothing to do with. That was the prior board. So basically what I'm saying is this year, this board has been so tight with the money that we only spent $7,000 in the capital improvements. There's work that has to be done that comes out of that fund, and that's where we're going to be working on things like that. So if you do your calculations of the money that goes into that account, and the rate is like $13,000 a month goes into that account from our general account. That's the way it's all laid out. Okay, we didn't spend any money. Okay, yes, we did improvements. We upgraded the library, we upgraded the classrooms and the computers, and got some programs that are going to help us out. We have expenses that we need to take care of. One of the big expenses that we have that nobody has been looking at is the data program that the office manager uses to track every share owner, what you owe, what penalties, whatever happened to your account. She has a program and she can track it, and the secretaries can look up everything. Well, that particular program only works on an old computer, and we cannot upgrade the computer. So therefore, we have to replace the program. Ton of money. The computers are upgraded already. We did that in the very beginning because we couldn't even do email with them. They were so bad. But the data program is a very expensive program, and I think that, we're looking at probably like $500 a month just to maintain that database. Okay, but the thing is that we can control it. Where right now, the program that we have, if our computers crash, we're stuck. Okay, and I'm trying to prevent that. I'm trying to look into the future. Let's get everything in place. Yes, we're gonna spend a little bit more money this way, but when it's all done, in the long run, we'll be saving big money. Okay, if your expense